Directed by Nia DaCosta, known for her work on the 2019 adaptation of Candyman, The Marvels seeks to explore themes of teamwork, sacrifice, and forgiveness. The storyline revolves around Dar-Benn, the newly appointed leader of the Kree, who aims to rejuvenate Hala, the Kree homeworld, by extracting essential resources such as water, sunlight, and an atmosphere from other planets, particularly those important to Captain Marvel. In her quest to thwart Dar-Benn, Captain Marvel realizes that her abilities are intertwined with those of Kamala Khan, Ms. Marvel, portrayed by Iman Vellani, and Monica Rambeau, portrayed by Teyonah Parris. To defeat Dar-Benn, the trio must overcome previous grievances, unite, and learn to harness their powers collaboratively. With a runtime of 105 minutes, the question arises, can the Marvels resolve their internal conflicts in time to prevent Dar-Benn's vengeful plot from reaching Earth? But before we get into the review, if you enjoy this type of content, hit the like button and consider subscribing. Also, hitting the notification bell will alert you when we drop new content. Now, let's get critical. Carol Danvers visits Hala, the Kree's home world, with a mission to eliminate the Supreme Intelligence, the artificial intelligence that commands the Kree Empire. This action triggers a civil war on Hala, leaving the planet devoid of essential elements such as air, water, and sunlight. Years later, the Kree's new leader, Dar-Benn, portrayed by Zawe Ashton, finds one of the two mythical quantum bands. These bands were part of a system enabling rapid space travel. She uses the band to forcibly open a jump point, creating a disturbance that affects the entire network, including a jump point near Earth's Sabre space station, overseen by Nick Fury. Captain Monica Rambeau and Captain Marvel both investigate the anomaly caused by Dar-Benn. During their investigation, they and Kamala Khan, who possesses the other quantum band, inadvertently switch places due to their interaction with the tear. The trio, after engaging in a battle with Kree soldiers and experiencing place switches mid-fight due to their light-based powers, deduce that their powers are quantumly entangled, leading to their swapping locations upon simultaneous power usage. They journey to Tarnax, a Skrull refugee world, amid deteriorating Kree-Skrull peace talks. Seizing the moment, Dar-Benn opens another jump point on Tarnax, draining its atmosphere and devastating the Skrull population. After narrowly escaping, Danvers, Rambeau, and Khan unite to form the Marvels, named by Kamala. They realize Dar-Benn's actions of creating jump points are destabilizing the network and pose a universal threat. They understand Dar-Benn's vendetta against Danvers, whom she blames for Hala's ruin, drives her to target planets significant to Danvers. The Marvels alert the inhabitants of the water-rich planet Aladna of Dar-Benn's impending attack. Dar-Benn's scheme to harness Earth's sun's energy for Hala's sun involves seizing Kamala's quantum band, resulting in her accidental destruction and a space-time rift. Monica ventures into the rift, closing it with the combined strength of Kamala and Danvers, but ends up trapped in another dimension. Back on Earth, Kamala seeks out young heroes to form a new alliance, starting with Kate Bishop. Meanwhile, Danvers heads to Hala and revitalizes its sun with her abilities. In a mid-credits scene, Monica awakens in a parallel universe, greeted by Binary, an alternate version of her mother Maria, and Hank McCoy, also known as Beast. In her third major cinematic venture, Nia DaCosta delivers commendable direction in The Marvels, despite its shortcomings primarily stemming from uneven writing. Movies attempting to navigate multiple themes often stumble without clear character motivations, a challenge evident in this film. Written by Nia DaCosta, Megan McDonald, and Alyssa Karasik, and I apologize if I mispronounce those names, the film rushes through themes it aims to develop, such as forgiveness. For instance, Monica harbors resentment towards Danvers for not fulfilling a childhood promise to return soon, a conflict introduced early on, partially developed into the second act, and hastily resolved in a brief dialogue later in the movie. Similarly, the quantum band's light absorption and the light-based powers in general, crucial to Danvers reigniting Hala's sun, concludes without exploring potential repercussions, missing an opportunity to deepen the narrative on the Marvel's powers. Or exploring the perspective of the Kree, who label Captain Marvel as the Annihilator, could have been a fascinating storyline. Investigating how her actions, though beneficial to some, might have devastatingly impacted an entire planet's way of life presents a complex narrative angle worth delving into. Ultimately, the character development and storytelling are weak, offering the protagonist minimal challenges and superficial growth. Within the first 30 minutes, the main characters collaborate with surprising ease, and within an hour have reconciled their differences. Nick Fury is relegated to a mere comic relief, undermining his reputation as the world's most formidable spy. Like, honestly, what is his purpose in the movie? Dar-Benn is portrayed as a simplistic villain, driven more by revenge under the pretext of saving her planet than by nuanced motivations. Kamala, Monica, and Danvers face scant personal flaws and overcome their issues too swiftly, making their journey feel trivial. Such writing might cater to younger audiences or fit a sitcom's narrative structure where conflicts resolve quickly. but even serial television usually maintains overarching stories that foster character growth. This film lacks such depth, missing a critical element of storytelling. It's challenging to reconcile the Marvels with the same cinematic universe that brought us iconic characters like Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor. Despite having a solid template for compelling storytelling, the writers choose to create characters without significant flaws. Vulnerabilities make characters relatable, especially those with extraordinary abilities. Tony Stark's ego, for example, is both his asset and downfall. Steve Rogers' unwavering loyalty and righteousness sometimes leads him into trouble. These traits add complexity, something Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeau, and Kamala Khan could have benefited from. Imagine if Danvers had issues with teamwork and acknowledging the consequences of her actions, or if Kamala becomes disillusioned after joining forces with Danvers, an internal journey she would have to reconcile in order to become a more effective hero. Monica's distrust could have made her wary and closed off. Such depth in writing would have initially made their alliance challenging, but through overcoming obstacles, they could learn that by setting aside their imperfections and collaborating, they could achieve greater feats. This doesn't mean they need to resolve all their issues, but reach a mutual understanding. With a production budget of $275 million, the Marvels did not achieve profitability at the global box office, earning just $206 million worldwide. This resulted in it being the least financially successful film in the MCU, and one of the rare instances where an MCU film did not recoup its budget during its theatrical release. Regrettably, The Marvels seems tailored as a children's movie, catering to an audience yet to grasp the complexities of the human condition. While this may align with Disney's vision, it risks distancing fans who are deeply invested in Marvel's rich lore and community. Acknowledging significant character developments, including deaths, is essential. It reflects life's realities and can deepen audience engagement with the narrative. With that said, I'm giving The Marvels 2 out of 5 stars.
Girls get it done.
And cut a rehearsal, no one move, no one move.